Check it out. Come and check us out. If we think it's a sport, come see what we about. Check it out. Come and check us out. If we think it's a sport,
NBA record with his 12th three-pointer of the game.
Jay-Z in a Nets jersey. Reggie got Indiana. He was.
So you can see how everybody.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
It's crazy how he was making the cuts, making it.
Why is he not better than him?
To start so everybody take a seat. We think it's sports, but sometimes we don't know. We asking that.
There you go, yeah.
Yes, that is a black movie, bro. Like,
It's terrible. It's
Chris
terrible.
Rock is a
It's
top
very bad
5
movie.
comedian,
Very
bro.
bad.
He was in a new
I'm
song
not
too.
denying.
He's definitely top 5 known. Top 5
he's
known.
not. No, he's it's quiet.
Are
for him,
you?
bro.
Name name 5 comedians that's more known than
Listen,
Chris Rock.
Listen, I am not denying that Chris Rock is uberly famous. What I'm pushing back on when we talk about Will Smith famous, that is a different stratosphere. That's, you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's like Denzel. That's like,
Yeah, Chris Rock is up there,
Jack
bro.
Nicholas. No, he's not. No,
Yes,
he's
he is.
not.
Yes, he is,
We're
bro.
talking about blockbuster movies that made trillions of dollars. We're talking about franchise movies, Men in Black. Wow. These are movies that, like, do you understand that the world, I'm talking about like the world, internationally, how much money these movies made. It's apples to oranges, right? It's not even close, honestly.
I think Chris Rock is,
It's like
he not. I'm not saying he Will Smith, but
We're just saying known. That's all we talking
he's
about.
known. He's known.
That's
He's
what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Yes, he
He's
is,
not.
bro.
Like Ray Allen is known. You would say Ray Allen is known. Kobe Bryant is in, like, we would never compare those two, right?
But I'm not saying Chris Rock is the Ray Allen of the.
What would you say Chris Rock is? What is his What is Chris Rock's comparison in the NBA?
Melo.
Okay, Kobe and Melo are in 2 different stratospheres. It's not close. It is legit not close.
Melo pretty famous. Though.
No, Melo is famous to
Melo?
y'all.
Did you say Melo? People know you talking about.
No, Melo is famous to us. He's not that famous, y'all. He's really not.
Melo is identifiable in white America, bro. People know who Melo is.
I did not say Melo is not famous. I said Melo is not as famous as, like,
Yes,
we're talking
but you
about
conflating the point. That was my initial. I said Chris Rock is he's famous enough. He's in that top 100 famous people.
Clearly, Chris Rock was on the Oscar stage. I'm not saying he's not famous.
I said he's a top 5 famous comedian for sure.
My point. Here's my point. I'm saying that Will Smith is not
a top 5 famous. He transcends all genres.
Yes, he transcends life itself, not just genres, not entertainment, not presidents. I'm just saying in general, Will Smith is literally just as famous as those people. Like, he is that famous, is what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Internationally, no.
But in entertainment world, Chris Rock is. If you talk about the entertainment world, he's famous too.
He's not as famous. He is famous though.
He's famous. He's not as famous. I would not say that.
Okay.
I would not say that.
I'm just glad we got that right.
So what's the final? Let's just be what's the final thoughts? That's the final thoughts. The final conversation. Somebody told me that it wasn't even Will Smith. They said it was Howard. It was Jawan Howard from Michigan, who pretty much replaced him. That's the last I heard. So, but what's your final thoughts on it? Heard it was Jawan Howard, not even Will Smith.
I'm over it. I mean, I think it's nothing else to be said. I guess.
Is it that serious? Is it that people? I guess my question is it that serious, or should the Oscars have taken it more serious, or is social media taking it too serious? Let's answer that. Because people were saying he shouldn't even got the award. He should have got escorted out type stuff. Like,
I think I believe that is defined as assault, right? Like, he literally walked on the stage and assaulted a man.
Yes, but people fight in the club. We don't look at it that way, yo. We gotta stop that. I understand that, but I think it's assault. Yes, it is. There's a lot of things that are a lot of things, but we never say that in those situations. I just want to be clear. I do agree. Context does matter, right? That is a fact. I will never say it doesn't, but it's assault. What I'm saying, that's assault. Yes, that is what assault is. That is the definition of assault, everybody. If you strike somebody, that is called assault. That's yes.
Right.
We are clear on that. Whether he should go to jail, we gotta stop that, bro. That's my point.
No, but what I'm saying is,
he should not get arrested. No.
It was literally like a blind eye for the whole thing. Like he literally walked up there, hit him, walked back to the seat, sat down, get a little spiel about don't keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Facts.
And nobody addressed the situation at all.
Address what?
Like no security.
But,
like you good? What's going on? Like
Denzel, Tyler Perry did. They went to go, calm him down.
And that's
Well,
another
Will Smith.
issue. If we're gonna put context in this, right? Then context matters. We just talked about Will Smith being top whatever famous. You're not. What cop is touching that man? Like once you touch.
Sam, you're wild.
No, I'm not. I'm about to tell you what happens. I'm about to tell you what happens.
Famous people can just walk up people and smack people, and
they literally get away with. They actually get away with more than that. They actually get away with taking from the poor. They actually they get away with they get away actually more than that. So I don't know why you thought that was something. No. I'm just being honest. Like rich people get away with actually way more. They get away with killing people, vehicular manslaughter. Like do you want me to keep the list going? But in this instance, Will Smith has security just like everybody else. I'm sure he has crazy security, right? People with machine guns. I don't know. He's that famous. He has that much money. So as soon as you touch him, I'm gonna touch you. That's just the facts. Like I just think that. Yes, nigga. Like you never saw. We praying for all cops. They get shot too. Like I don't like. I'm saying. The thing is, Will Smith is actually paying him more than a cop to protect him. What do you think he's going to do? I mean, that's a fact. Do we agree that Will Smith is paying his security more than what cops make?
But what are you saying? So you saying Chris Rock had to let Will Smith smack him?
I'm not. No. We didn't get to that. We're gonna get to that. I'm saying that for what everybody is talking about, like these are uberly famous people, and this happened at this. Like it was something that was never foreseen. Of course, the cops. Of course, security is not getting involved. Why would
security wasn't probably there? I bet you money security wasn't there.
I hear you on that, but you do have hindsight and things happen. Like you could have done something after, like maybe 10 minutes after. Like okay, go get him. Go remove him from because it's like
why is he being removed?
I'm not saying that I want to. I'm just saying like because he just
Can I ask you this question?
It was weird.
No. I agree. It was weird, and I want to say this too on the onset. I think that even though this happened at a white event. I did see a take. It was not mine, so I'm not gonna claim it is. On one level, I think that black people should deal with Chris and deal with Will Smith. I don't think this is a white issue, right? I'm just saying that I do believe that. I think that we should deal with them the way we want to deal with them, because honestly, I think culturally, certain people look at things differently. That's all I'm saying. I just want to throw that out there, so y'all can say whatever you want to say.
A lot of the more white medias have been taking a strict Will Smith assaulted a man. He should, be sued and all that type of stuff. And then if you go to more so, I guess, on the urban side or our culture side, it's more mixed reviews, I would say. It's more mixed than on a white media. White media is definitely on some Will acted out. He should have been reprimanded and stuff like that. So I don't know. My biggest question: why didn't Chris Rock do anything? Did you maybe he thought he's coming out in peace? I guess.
That's crazy. But it's crazy. Like my thing is about the whole situation. Like Chris Rock, we all know is a comedian, right? So like, I'm pretty sure when they gave him the job to go up there, they told him be yourself. Like, what do you want the guy to do? Comedians crack jokes. Absolutely. Not saying he was right for the joke that he gave, but that's what they do. Like, and you don't expect people to take, a joke more offensive than another person.
That's not true either, though. Like, that's not true either. Yes, you can give people joke, comedians joke, but people reacting to the joke is how people react to the joke. That's no. We have comedians in all. Yeah, like, that's what I am not defending what Will Smith did. What Will Smith did was wrong. It was obligatory. He should have never done that.
He even said it. He apologized. He said it was wrong.
He lost his mind. Something just went left. But my point is that for every action, there is a reaction.
True.
Chris Rock made a joke. Yes, that is a fact. He made a joke about someone's wife. Two things can be true. I would always tell my son, you should probably never make a joke about another man's wife. That's just you just shouldn't do it.
Actually, a corny one like that one. I think it was corny too.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't joke. You shouldn't be like, yo, I'm about to tell a joke about your wife. I don't know how this guy is gonna react to him and his wife. Context matters. That's why that's why he's wrong. But if somebody slapped you for making a joke about their wife, listen.
Let me ask Mills a question. Mills, we laughed about how you got roasted by DL Hughley or whatever, blah
That's
blah blah.
a fact, though.
Now let's switch it to your wife. What if he said something that you?
Bro, don't do that, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do that. Do you know how the black women are going right now? Like that's how they want.
I'm saying like, can you get into Will Smith mindset of him, like saying he said something maybe that was you like would you? I'm not saying to punch DL, but can you get into that mindset if you saw your wife feeling uncomfortable about a joke that was happening while she was on stage, right? By a comedian, what would you do? I'm saying like not what would you do, but can you I guess empathize with Will on some level?
Right. I can understand the protection of my wife. I can understand standing up for my wife. But on the other hand,
he's wrong.
A physical threat didn't occur, right?
Absolutely.
It was more so emotional, more so, get inside the way.
How do you handle emotional threats?
People got slapped for less. Like we can. That's a fact, right?
My whole thing is stuff like that. You got to give. What if they didn't understand how deep they cut the person? You know what I'm saying? Give them an opportunity to correct it. Correction is needed too.
That's true.
I mean, give them an opportunity to correct yourself. But I mean, from what I understand, like this goes back before. Like he had a joke about it in 2016 when she was boycotting the Oscars, and he wanted to joke about like she wasn't even invited.
She wasn't.
So like. I mean,
she was invited.
I don't know.
So if you look back on that, it's like maybe he's targeting her at this point. You know what I'm saying? So it get a little more deeper, but none of us understand what really occurred. We just on the outside looking in.
Will Smith was wilding. I do want to be clear on that. What Will did was insane. Clearly something was wrong with Will because nobody in their right minds would go up on the stage and slap somebody at the Oscars. That's a fact. Like nobody.
He got triggered.
Yeah, but trigger. I think I don't even. I think that's understated.
He had to get triggered.
No. I agree. He got triggered, but
they've been taking scrutiny for a long time.
I want to know: is there another word that's higher than trigger? Because trigger is one thing. But
he got provoked.
So he lost his mind, bro. Like that's a simple case of. I'm wilding, y'all. I'm bugging right now.
I think Will Smith walked up there prepared to fight, or he was just gonna slap him and walk away. Like if Chris Rock would have stole off,
he was prepared.
He definitely.
He was prepared.
I think Will knew that he wasn't gonna do anything because he literally stopped and just turned around.
And that's another thing. We got.
He didn't even look back, bro. He didn't even look back.
No, he looked down to see if Cuz was about it. Chris Rock was not about it, and
he turned his back.
I think that needs to be said. That Chris Rock actually wasn't about it. And that's a problem too, though. Like
that's a big problem.
We gotta be clear on what we're saying that Will Smith was wrong, but Chris Rock, that's why I think black people should be the only ones talking about this. Chris Rock was wrong too. Like you're wilding. You don't allow somebody to slap you in front of your kids watching, in front of your family watching, and in front of millions of people. People shouldn't just slap people. I'm just being honest. People could say
he was wrong before the slap. Who lets a dude walk up on him like that? You get 2 or 3 steps. Yo, what you doing, bro? You should have known. You ain't letting nobody walk up on you like that. Bro. It's just not happening.
And I would have said, I would have been okay with Chris Rock doing this, even if he did not swing back to Will. If he pulled his pants, pull your pants up like, yo, what's up, cousin? Give me that. Give me one of those. Give me, yo, what's up?
Nah, yo, what's up?
I agree. He should have grabbed him, but at least give me pull your pants up like, yo, what's up, cuz?
Or bob and weave.
Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up?
But sometimes you don't.
Almost like he leaned into it.
Yeah,
It was kind of
he didn't expect it though, because if you look at
I don't think he did.
I think it was a show before. I forgot what event it was, but. It was Lavelle Crawford and
he got slapped.
No, he didn't get slapped, but Lavelle Crawford was going after with
David Mann, right? Yeah,
David Mann. And Lavelle got upset. He walked up the stage and he just cracked jokes back at him. You know what I mean? So maybe he thought Will was just gonna take the mic from him and be like, "Yo, we ain't gonna do this." Blah blah blah.
Or he's gonna say something.
You get slapped, your reaction got to be to come back up swinging, bro. He thought about it. He thought about it. Will about 6'4", 240 pounds.
Let's move it forward. What do y'all think happens moving forward? What happens to Will Smith? What happens to Chris Rock? Nothing. They move on. It's like nothing happened.
No,
they do a movie together.
Over.
No.
It blows over.
I don't think it's like people are saying, oh, it's over for Will. No, right? It's definitely not over for Will Smith. He makes white people too much money, but it is. He definitely will be looked at differently. I think
Will Smith?
Yeah, he definitely will be looked at differently. He just slapped the man on national television.
So
you're gonna look at somebody differently. I mean,
because a lot of people praised him for that, especially the women.
Yeah,
he got a lot of women support.
Played the black woman community.
I'm talking about people who actually. I'm talking about those people, right? The people like the higher ups. I'm saying like they will at least look at him at least differently, like
blackball, maybe a blackball.
No, not even so much blackball. Just like that nigga crazy, y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's that type. I don't know what they were saying about Will in Hollywood. You know what I mean before, but I'm sure it's gonna be different now. Like this is definitely gonna follow him. This is tantamount to Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake. This is like that type of. It's the biggest thing to one of the biggest things to ever happen on television and entertainment in probably the history of TV. It's
comparable to that.
So I mean, it's like this will always be talked about. Like, yo, you remember when Chris Rock got slapped, right? Will Smith legit slapped him. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that. So it's not necessarily gonna blow over. I don't know if it's gonna affect their careers that much. I do think for Chris Rock. I mean, like, what do you say? What is it you say to the world about?
He got a comedy tour coming soon.
Yeah,
he's about the tour.
Him and Kevin Hart, right? Both of them, right? They both headlining.
I think so.
Is Kevin Hart gonna make jokes about it? Are they?
Absolutely.
They should. I think everybody should.
Yo, Chris, why you ain't like, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of wild.
No, let me call Will.
Exactly. It's definitely up. Yeah. I mean, I think it blows over eventually. Chris Rock is. I mean. He slapped him. I mean, I think Chris Rock got to deal with the fact that he didn't do nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to deal with that for a long time, but they're going to blow over.
So should comedians change their approach?
No.
When they're doing...
Oh, you should. If somebody's walking up to you and about to slap you, you should probably move back.
Yeah.
If that's the approach.
You should stay ready.
But nah, you make jokes. And let me say this real quickly. It's a lot of talk about this whole August Alsina thing. Y'all,
they had an open marriage.
People can't I can't say the word.
They can't you messed me up.
Comprehend.
Yeah, I'm messing to everybody.
Compartmentalize.
Compartmentalize. Yeah.
So
I'm having crazy.
August Alsina was a result of an open marriage. Will Smith was knocking down whoever he was knocking down, right? Like, let's be clear. Like, everybody was knocking down everybody. So with that, I'm just saying. With that being said, now it may have. He was. He probably. I'm not saying he wasn't embarrassed by the whole ordeal getting blown out of proportion. That's true too. But also, he knew about this. Like, they were very open about their relationship. They both did things whenever they did things. And that's that.
They were separated, technically.
Yeah, like, that's why he didn't slap him. Why would he slap somebody when he knew about it? Like, I don't understand. Mm-hmm. So, we got to relax.
It's just one of those things that people bring to the argument just because, but it had nothing to do with this thing. He felt like his wife was disrespected, and he acted.
Exactly. Augustin didn't disrespect his wife. He just was, you know what I mean? They had whatever entanglement, whatever they called it. That's not, they had agreed on that. That's not disrespect.
For a fact.
All right. So that's the Will Smith stuff. Hopefully it's the last we hear about it. Probably not. Probably rest of the week.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Nah.
So but I got a relationship audit thing. I say somewhat relationship audit. So here we go. Who's to blame? Who's to blame more for men and women not being as traditional? Like, you know how traditional men take care of the house, men provide for the house, women take care of the house or whatever, men usually pay all the bills, women kind of take care of the kids. So who's more to blame for it not being as traditional and it's, I guess we're more equal or whatever it is now? Who's more to blame? Is it men or women?
America.
I'm asking men or women. The government? Okay. Okay. Y'all can put who y'all want. It don't gotta be speculated on men or women. Who's more to blame for us not being as traditional?
Oh, you were trying to make it down to that level.
It could be whoever y'all want.
It's definitely you could go box. Because it's a lot. It's a blame pie. I guess we could do a blame pie. If you want to do a blame pie, we can do a blame pie.
It's definitely a pie. It's government though. Like, yeah, it's definitely government. When I don't want to get too talky. Like, obviously, like my great grandma told a story about how when like Social Security came around, like welfare and food stamp stuff came like that. They eliminated the need for the man in the house. So it made women want to be more independent. So when stuff like that come around, you don't need a man in the house, you know, and a woman feels like she can take care of herself, and in turn, you eliminate the need for the man. So really, it was a governmental thing, because again, if you want to get into the race part of it, it was to eliminate the black family type thing. I don't want to get on that tangent, but I think it was definitely a government thing. Like, it was a government thing.
Yeah, but do you think that men only provide money, that's that financial support? Do you think men is more than that? Do you think the role of a man in a household is more than just financial?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's there to protect. I mean, the men is there to protect as well, and I mean, they're really just to lead the family. I mean, that's the idea of it, you know, to be the head of the family. I think what it is too, America, and I guess I may get a lot of flack for this, but the reality is just that life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, right? That idea, it's a great concept. But at the same time, those ideas get pushed and fleshed out. And then what else is it going to? Women's rights. I mean, like, it's like, when women did not have rights, it was traditional, bro. I mean, I really don't know how else to say that. I mean, like, when it's just the fact, they didn't work. They did not have the right to vote. They did not have the right to do a lot of things. So, I mean, just that alone, we're talking about policy that changed. I mean, policy can literally change things. That changed it. Like, when you give them equal rights, and they don't even have really equal rights even now, but maybe the allure of it. But you get what I'm saying? Like, when you do that, when we made those incremental changes and those political changes like that, I mean, what do you expect, bro? Like, this is gonna. And are you saying that this has changed for the worse or for the better, right?
I'm just asking. You know, I know it's changed. I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's say worse or better. I think it's depends, right? How you. I think a lot of it has pushed the men out the house. More so,
you're saying
it has made
what house though? You're saying, is this a cultural thing or is this like across the board thing? How do you?
In my life, it's more cultural.
Okay,
more cultural. I don't know what's going on.
There's a lot of white people on SSI and food stamps too.
Oh no, it's actually it's way more white people. It's way more white people on that.
Yeah, the numbers white, but I'm talking about men being in the house. I'm talking about men being more of traditionalism, being more traditional man, like, or just, you know,
school to prison pipeline. Is that what we're talking about? Like, what are we talking about?
I'm talking about what's the blame for us not to be as traditional, men taking a back seat, men being, I guess, more feminized. I don't know what it is. You know what I mean?
America overcorrected. I think America overcorrected. So, like, similar to what Sam is saying, like, women should have the right to vote and stuff like that. But what happens? Okay.
No,
what happens though is, like, sometimes you overdo it because it was so imbalanced. So instead of finding balance, they overdid it. And so now, instead of saying, woman, you still need your men because it's about the family dynamic, they just overcorrected and said, woman, you are independent, you don't need nobody. And I think because of that, because of the government stuff, the America stuff, it just got overcorrected. And now, you know, and at this point in the generations we deal with now, some women really feel like they're not relevant to their lives, and that's what happens when you got an overcorrection. I
think when you like you said now, like today's day and age, aren't there.
He
always do that.
It was you skipping.
A lot of
it was you skipping.
Am I frozen?
Always, you frozen.
Always frozen. Well, you good.
But he frozen. My question, but I guess what I'm saying is, like, when we talk about, you know, when you see, I saw some on Facebook where, like, I don't know if y'all agree. Tell me if y'all agree with this. People say, like, when a woman get too career driven and reach too much of a height, it's become like, it's like diminishing returns. It's not attractive as much as a man doing it. Like, if a woman just career driven get to this height of just trying to be, I don't know what it is, what you want to call it. It can be,
I definitely had to throw the question
not attractive to a man because they gonna come in
throughout this week.
Come into the household
of the day is
equal on that front.
Should we
and that could be, I guess, the
Stephon
man ego get
right, and
you know, lowered or be get challenged. How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all agree with that?
You know,
do y'all think women should not be as career driven? Should they be more, you know, family driven? I don't know. What's your thoughts on just women being more career driven more than ever?
Should we trade?
If that's your prerogative, that's your prerogative. I think the issue becomes if you making a relationship about money, or if you making a relationship about success or your status or whatever. Like,
can you be in a relationship not being a breadwinner? That's the question.
Absolutely.
Say that again.
I don't think
can you be in a relationship as a man? Can you be in a relationship as a man
and not make
be
the most
breadwinner? And not be the breadwinner?
Why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Why can't you?
Again, if the relationship is about money, that's a bad foundation for a relationship to be built on anyway.
Yeah.
So if the woman is saying because I make more than you, you less of a man, you probably shouldn't be with her anyway. Like that, because just because you don't make as much money, that don't make you not a man. A man's responsibilities transcend that. Now, I'm also saying that she can make more money, but you just can't be in the house being a bum. You know what I'm saying? You should still be providing, bringing stuff to the table. But if she make more money, money is money at the end of the day. It ain't that. It shouldn't be that big a deal.
Right. What I was saying before I got really interrupted, I don't know what happened, but today's day and age, like a lot of men aren't present, so parents are teaching their young daughters to learn how to survive on their own. Get a job, learn how to change a tire, learn how to change your oil, learn how to do all this extra stuff. So when they're growing up, they still have that mentality. So when they get a man in their life that may be there, they're still going to have that foundation that was established by their parents. So they're going to keep that going. They're going to try and be lawyers. They're going to try and be doctors. They're going to try and be the best that they can be, to bring to the table, because that's what they were, accustomed to doing. That's what they was taught, because maybe their father wasn't there. So they saw their mom, trying to survive, and she wasn't the breadwinner. She was the one that was a stay-at-home mom all her life. And then the father got locked up or, maybe got killed, sad to say. And then she got to pick up that slack. And she's not prepared to do that, because that's not the way she was brought up. She was brought up, being a housewife, brought up the father bring home all the bacon. The father does all this. The father does that. And then when you get that brokenness in the home, is like you got to pick up that slack. So a lot of people is teaching their daughters, to be that person, just in case you don't have a man in your life.
That's a fact. I'll say,
is that wrong?
No. It's not necessarily wrong. No, nobody said that's wrong. And you can only teach what you know. That's true too. But also, I mean, and again, it's a lot of factors, right? And even the entertainment factor.
TV.
It's like we never see any woman, a stay-at-home mother, praised anymore, right? Mm-hmm. I can remember Love and Basketball. Monica criticized her mother because her father brought home pizza. She made, you know what I mean? She didn't, whatever. Like she criticized for what her mother did, the sacrifices her mother made, not understanding how significant and what that really meant for them. Like that, and that's the thing. That's what I be sharing, especially to my girl. I'm like, yo, and I'm not saying you have to be a stay-at-home mother or you can't work or anything like that. But what I am saying is that we should never diminish what our grandmothers or our great-grandmothers did in keeping the family together in the household and the sacrifice that took. Like, that is just as impressive as a woman leading a Fortune 500 company, in my opinion, in my estimation. I mean, you could I say, in my
opinion, it's more impressive. But I'm not gonna
It is.
But I'm not gonna say that.
But also, and I want to say this too. You can lead a Fortune 500 company.
You can.
And you can take care of your household. You can. You got to be Wonder Woman, but do that, because that's what they were.
I want to see it. Show me where it's at. I don't know. I don't know where that's at.
I'm molding.
Maybe I need to see the example of that. Well, no, because because I was watching the Michelle Obama. I was watching the Michelle Obama doc with my fiance, and Michelle Obama was talking about how she made a decision to stop being a lawyer. She said, "Yo, I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna hold down this house. I'm gonna push. I'm gonna be the backbone for Barack." You know what I mean? Like, if people, I'm just saying it, bro. Like, but Michelle Obama, was like probably even smarter than Barack as far as like, on the bar and her projection, as far as lawyer. Yeah. She said, "You know what? He's a man. I'm gonna let him do it. I'm gonna take care. I'm gonna take care of this family. And I'm gonna step back and not even step back. I'm gonna move over and just raise the family." Now, I'm not saying that's for everybody, but bruh,
you don't even see that anymore.
Michelle Obama, though. This is Michelle Obama. This Michelle Obama says she like, yo, I made this choice for me and my family and Barack, because that's about the family. That's the place I need.
To the woman's defense, To the woman's defense too, she made it for Barack Obama. Right, we do like that. That needs
She
to be
made it for her
said.
family. She made it for herself too, though.
No.
Yeah,
I
but
understand. I'm just saying
she was a
it's for
lawyer
herself too.
But my point is that Barack Obama was an upstanding man, right? He, from what all we know, I'm just saying he took care of his responsibility. You have to start.
Yes, that's the assumption.
Okay,
Yeah.
but that's a huge assumption because it started with the
It is
man
definitely a huge
deteriorating.
assumption, yeah.
That's where it started. If you want to start a blame pie, it started with the man deteriorating in the household, right? For a number of reasons, we don't have to litigate that. But it always starts with the man, right? And I always say that it always starts with the man.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Anywhere else but the man. Period.
That's why I guess my initial question, I guess my answer would have been is I think it comes back to us. It falls on men.
It is for sure.
It falls on men because, you know, if a man stands up and be a man, I think a woman is going to submit to that, regardless of whatever we're talking about. And if a woman not submitting to you and you're submit, it sounds like such a crazy word, but in a construct of a household,
it's a real word though. Yeah.
The ordained order, the ordained order. If a man step up and be a man, a woman will come in.
Men are submissive too, though. That's the issue because it only men are submissive too. So we gotta be submissive to God. So to God, in that context. So being submissive isn't a negative, but at that point though, like the focus for Michelle or the focus for his family. I want my family to be successful. So if that means me coming home and raising my kids and supporting my husband, that's what that means. So I think when we talk about this, it really should be the focus on the family. Whatever the family needs, because as a man, that's what you do. If your family needs something, you step up and you try to figure that part out. And the woman can do the same thing. And we should praise women for staying at home because to stay at home, to take care of a household, to raise kids, to be a wife, to be a mother, all that stuff, that is yeoman's work, bro. So you should get praised for doing that stuff. That ain't easy.
What was you saying, Mills? I feel like I cut you off.
Mills, you need to step up, be a man, and pay your Wi-Fi, bro. Like, oh my God.
Man.
Hey, dude, what are you doing? You paying all that money for where you living at, and you on Wi-Fi all jank, dude. What's up?
Got that broadband, bro. Come on.
You definitely still frozen.
Oh my.
You definitely still. You back, Mills. You back.
Oh, I did pay my Wi-Fi, by the way, bro. There's a lot of devices, I guess. I don't know.
How many devices got your house?
Ethernet,
a lot, bro.
Is it dog using it?
My wife worked from home, so she got laptops, computers, and all that.
Phones, internet. Pay the top
internet. Internet expensive, bro.
Yo, I'm done with
But I was talking about the whole family thing with Box, man. Like you don't see that on TV no more either, man. Look at the Claire Huxtables; they don't exist anymore. You got Good Times, Family Matters, shows like that, and like they transitioned to other shows. Like we got Power now, bro. We got Power. We got what? Empire was out there.
Bel Air tough though. Bel Air tough.
Nah, bruh, crazy. Bel Air just did this in the opposite way. They had Uncle Phil step down so he could support Aunt Viv to go get a job. So
as a painter.
Exactly, as an artist.
Yo. I know it was the reason why I did not watch this show, and
it's a great show, bro.
It's be great.
It's a great show.
Not watching it,
It's a great show, bro. It's a great
not
show.
Watching.
You should watch it.
No,
it's fire. It's a fire show.
It's a good show, bro.
That concept was trash. He was on the stage by the reference district attorney. So, like, I'm gonna step down and take care of my family so my wife can go be a painter. It's crazy. It's just crazy.
So this is my last question pertaining to this. How the family, the dynamic in our culture is going, does it need to be a radical change or a shift in something, or we can still go how's we going and it's gonna be fine? You know what I'm saying? Because we're not as traditional anymore. The men is not in the house as much. It's a lot of single parent households. Does something has to change? Should we go more to that traditional side, or we got to figure out a way to coexist as is? You know what I mean? Because right now
it's never going back.
Oh yeah, it's not. I agree with Mills.
The genie's out the bottle.
No,
you gotta find a balance. That's it.
I'm not a pessimist, but I am a believer of the Bible, and this is not nothing that's not supposed to happen. To be honest with you, people talk about they don't believe in the Bible. But if you read it, it's like this is prophesied. It's prophecy. It literally comes true. But anyways, that's another story for another day. I think that men need to be more intentional, right? With how they move and the things that they do. I mean, at the end of the day, women, they are working. I think Box is right. There is a balance that we do have to find. to figure out how, in fact, we can get a structure that does work moving forward. And I agree with the idea of different strokes for different folks, right? Different things do work for different people. We're in a different world. It's a different time. There are a lot of things that are happening now. And I think it's difficult. I don't think we're not going to solve it just giving out our answers. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you as an individual, have to first deal with what you have in front of you. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you could preach that and teach that to your children. And then, examples is the biggest thing. I will say that there's not a lot of family examples, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the biggest thing. Like growing up, like I seen a lot of like families together examples. You know what I mean? Certain things you seen, like even if the husband and wife may not have necessarily been together, there are a lot of family things that was done. A lot of families being able to come together, whether it was strife or whatever going on in a situation. This is an example of, listen, we can still coexist and do what we need to do to raise our
family was top priority. Now
that was a priority, right? That was a priority.
Now it's not as much.
Family is family. Yeah, I think eventually it finds a balance. I agree with Sam. I think the biggest thing is that people was too influenced by entertainment stuff. So like women listening to that music and stuff and trying to be those people. Like, y'all not those people. You got to figure out what works for you and what works for your relationship, because when that happens, everybody can be happy. But too many women want to be like super independent and make all this. Like, I mean, y'all not them. Y'all not them. Be yourself, and I think it'll all work out.
Y'all not Will Smith. Don't go to work slapping people. Like, right? Like let's not do that.
Y'all not Beyonce. Y'all can't sing like that. So
that's
just let that go.
All right. That's all. I mean, that's all I got. I mean, we can we could talk about why Drake got weave braids, or we can go to sports.
He has weave in his hair. That's weave.
He definitely got weave in his hair.
That's weave.
But that's not. But that's. Let me say this.
He didn't have hair. He had a little bush. Now he got his. He got a whole bun. He got like a whole.
It looked like it too.
What Drake is doing is not something that nobody has never done. So I'm not gonna criticize him if I don't criticize him.
Nah, a lot of dudes wear weave.
Yes, that has happened before. Yeah.
I don't know if it's weave or not, but that's definitely weave.
Oh, no, it's weave.
Rick Ross had weave in his beard, bro. I'm done.
Yeah.
Did he really?
Tory Lanez went from being bald to having having like a full head of hair.
Well, Tory Lanez got hair plugs.
Nobody said nothing about Floyd, bro. Floyd was bald for years.
Same thing. Yeah. They got that expensive.
Rick Ross
stem cell.
Yes, and that's what it's an expensive type of weave. It's Malaysian.
What?
Yeah, it's Malaysian.
No, it's not.
It is Malaysian.
They got that. They got
Rick
that.
Ross definitely had weave
for a long time, bro.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna criticize.
So y'all saying so y'all would get weave braids?
No, I never said I would do it. I just said I'm not criticizing it because it's been done before. On every level.
Criticizing it. That's crazy. For a male to go to a barbershop and get weave,
he didn't go to a barbershop. A woman came and
the barber came to him. Whatever. That's crazy. That is nuts.
I guess
Drake got to do better, bro.
They do that. He's an actor. He's an entertainer. Actors do a lot of things. They do a lot of things. So I'm cool. He's literally acting. He's putting on a role. Like, that's what he's doing.
But weave braids?
Yes, that's for the world to see. He wants to be Drake. I don't know.
Who do you want to be?
I don't know what he wants to be, but it is acting. He's acting right now.
He probably got a movie coming. Movie dropping.
Or something. Video. He wants to have braids in.
Drake?
Drake was an actor before he was a rapper, y'all. I don't know if
but he haven't acted in a long time.
He literally acts every time he walks out the door. Like, it's always a front. That's all he does.
Okay, that's fine.
He literally gets paid to entertain us. That's a fact.
Yeah,
right?
that's fact.
You agree with that? Yeah.
That's fact. But he got weave braids. We can move on. We can go to sports. We go to sports though. So what y'all want to start sports? NFL, football, basketball? Trades. We want to talk about trades because we ain't talk about Tyreek Hill trade.
Oh my god. All the shows conflate. Yeah, great trade.
We can start with the breaking news. NFL breaking news about the overtime change for the playoffs.
Mills. Okay.
I mean, it's out there.
No, I know it's out there. I'm just saying, like, I don't care.
What y'all thought?
I mean, some people do care.
I don't think that. Do y'all think that if this rule was in place, the Bills would have scored?
Yeah.
We don't know.
I don't know.
Bro, 2 years ago, they tried to propose the same thing and it got shot down. Now the Bills do it and they get voted for.
But the Bills wasn't even the ones that proposed this thing. It was the Giants and the Colts.
Yes, but what I'm saying is the pressure was because of the Bills and Chiefs.
Yeah,
I agree.
No.
I
I mean, that's what they said. They said the owners.
But in the Chiefs and Patriots game from
yes,
like 2 years ago,
they felt the pressure, especially when you see you want to see Josh Allen. Either he's gonna fail or not fail. Like if it's gonna keep going, you keep going.
But if you look at every other sport, you know, most sports, everybody get an opportunity. Like basketball, you get time, you get a time limit. You know, hockey, you get an extra period. Baseball, you get an extra inning. You know, stuff like that. So I can understand the argument of a team, the only team that win a coin flip can potentially be the only person that get an opportunity to win a game. I get that.
In the playoffs specifically, it makes sense.
It should have been done though. It just should have been done. That's my thing. It's a good rule. It just should have been done.
I don't like the argument.
I like it.
Oh, you said
right. I like the playoffs, specifically just being playoffs because that's where you want the best. You want the best foot forward. The regular season really like the best teams usually win. The overtime not that big of a deal. But in the playoffs, you want you want that to happen. You want the best team to win in the playoffs. And in the playoffs, they say I guess based on the numbers, the playoffs made it a big difference. The regular season didn't.
Yeah,
so I'm happy.
But it's still
playoffs. So
both teams get a possession. If they both score, the next team that scored win. So it's just guaranteeing the other team another possession. So but it's still like
it's still something. I mean that's what I'm saying. Like I do push back. Like when people say all the other major sports they have, it's like yes, it's an actual different sport. It's not the same. It's just football. It's basketball. It's hockey. That's baseball. There are different rules for different sports. We understand.
Well,
that, college is not irrelevant to what we're talking about right now.
You just.
College is not relevant.
Fire,
but you just broke it up by sports, and college is football, just like the NFL football.
No, it is, but it's a different game.
All right, bro.
It is. One is played by 19-year-olds. One is played by grown men. I mean, it is a different game. We can't agree on that. It's a fact.
I guess.
I mean, like we're talking about one bit. Like we got a player getting paid $500 million, and like I don't know. We're talking apples to oranges.
Our players get paid now, bro. Our players get paid now. Bro.
Not $500 million. My point is
not
that.
Yet.
Not yet. My point is that like it is a different sport. So different sports it's okay for them to have different rules. Like it's a winner and a loser. You do have to have a winner and a loser, y'all. Like
yeah, I guess my thing is that I'm happy they did it because people were saying just make a stop, but like, yo, every rule is for the offense. The defense in the NFL is like literally you can't do nothing. You gotta really just guard somebody and just hope they drop the ball and you can tackle. Like, because the 2000 Ravens will never happen again. So defense has been progressively pushed. Defense has been progressively pushed.
The 76 Bears or whatever, 77 Bears would never happen. The Ravens was pretty stout.
I'm going on record on telling you that the 2000 Ravens will never happen again.
I don't know about that,
bro. Because the Bills the number one defense, and they still was like, we saw them. It wasn't the number one defense, bro. Like, come on, like they was able to get guys and people would score points on them. So like, you're not gonna hold a team to 10 points or less. And nobody can score on you, bro.
They're afraid of penalties and getting thrown.
It's not happening, bro.
I can't say that.
I don't see it happening.
Enough for that to happen. The game
I don't see it happening, bro.
I don't see it happening. I mean, the likelihood of it happening is slim to none because they were so great, though. But like, yes, but that is the idea.
Or you can't even sack a quarterback no more, bro.
Yes, you can. You can sack the quarterback.
No, you can't
all the time, bro. You can't sack the good
quarterback. You see the
Teddy Bridgewater been getting concussions this whole year. We gotta stop. You can't sack good quarterbacks. You can hit bad quarterbacks. They get hit all the time. Yo, Teddy Bridgewater keep getting hit, bro.
Bro, the 2000 Ravens will never happen again, bro. I'm sorry, bro. It's a fact, bro. They don't want it. The NFL don't want it to happen. They don't want it to happen.
But what you're actually saying is
2000 Ravens defense was crazy.
Yes, so like if there's a team that has the talent, then obviously it will happen. But that's what I'm saying. You're actually saying no Ed Reed, no Haloti Ngata, no Ray Lewis, no it's like it's very difficult to have 20 Hall of Famers homegrown built on one team.
Can I say the Rams is close to that?
They have 3.
Is the Rams defense close to the Ravens?
There's not at all. Not even close. Nah. I don't know why the fuck. I don't know.
With Von Miller, you talk that Rams defense?
No.
With
Jalen
Ramsey.
Ray Lewis is the best linebacker of all time. Ed Reed is the best safety of all time.
No.
You got. I mean, it's just those is like 1-on-1.
I'm saying that it's gonna be hard for people to even approach that because you got to be able to shut down people.
We're not starting with Aaron Donald. Yes, right. He's an all timer. We have. We just named 2. Jalen Ramsey is not what Ed Reed was.
I think it's not. It's turning into you got to be more skilled nowadays. Back in the day, you can be mediocre and be able to just lay the boom on somebody. You know what I mean?
How do you? Who was mediocre that laid the boom on somebody?
I'm just saying,
I
like
don't know
the way the game transfer. You do know what I'm talking about. So I get dumb, bro.
No, I don't. The game has changed.
Yes,
but like, why are you calling those players mediocre? Was Lawrence Taylor mediocre?
I'm not calling them mediocre. I'm saying
he literally just said that.
I'm saying you can be mediocre and
be mediocre
and make a big impact. No, you can't.
Yo, we just said that. What you
I'm saying
mediocre?
2000 Ravens. 2000 Ravens.
What are you talking about?
2000 Ravens is not gonna happen again. 2000 Ravens ain't. I don't see how it's happening.
I agree.
But talent-wise, I agree.
What about the Seahawks? What about the Seahawks? That was a great. They won based
Legion
on
of Boom.
Legion of Boom. Seahawks won best on their defense, and that was that. I mean, that was relatively close. You know what I'm saying? That was.
But the rules have changed. The rules have changed since then. Even since then, the rules have gone more towards offense since then. So all they're gonna do is, if another team come right, they're gonna make rules so that won't happen again. That's all they're doing.
Offense make money.
And they had Rob Wilson. Yeah, y'all wilding.
Bro, they saying
offense make money.
They saying by the time our grandkids get up there, it's gonna be flag football, bro.
That's what bro. It's not. They don't want the 2000 Ravens to happen. They don't want that stuff happening, bro. It's over, bro. Every rule they get, they push it back. You can't hold past 5 yards. You can't touch the quarterback. You can't do nothing, bro.
They don't want people keep getting concussions and getting CTE. So they trying to figure out how to stop that from happening. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I'm saying I'm good with the overtime rule because the defense has been neutered significantly. They've been neutered.
If that's the case, why didn't they just do what college do and just put them both at 25 and just let them keep going until somebody gets stopped?
Because they don't. I don't know. I think I'm cool with this. I think everybody needed in the playoffs. Everybody needed a chance to score.
That team, what you call it, wasn't even on there. It was Rob Woodson, by the way, on that 2000 Raven team. I'm just saying, when I look at the defensive starters,
and Reed wasn't there, right?
Yeah, Reed wasn't there at the time.
He wasn't there. Yeah, he wasn't.
So I mean, it was a totally different team, but it was a very good team though. But it wasn't as like star heavy laden that we thought it was.
So Ravens, so the Rams can be close.
Like notable. I'm not saying
so the Rams close.
I'm saying like all-time stars. Like I'm talking about like the all-timers. Like
yeah, I'm saying Rams. So it's Rams.
Rams got one on
no. The Rams was terrible. The Rams have really bad players on their defense. I don't know why is the Rams defense good? They didn't even they were like
because they just had some great notable players. That's what I'm talking about.
Jalen Ramsey. Did they have another player that I'm missing? Oh, Von Miller. He was like trash for a minute.
All right. So what about moving on? We talked about Tyreek Hill trade. Tyreek Hill getting paid $120 million 4 years to the Dolphins. Did y'all see it coming? Is it crazy? Y'all can even talk about the Stephon Diggs trade, maybe foreshadow maybe a Stephon Diggs trade. Is the wide receivers position being overpaid, or is it just how it is?
I understand it. Like Tyreek won his money. At this point, Tyreek won his money because going to Miami is like, I don't get it. I mean, you leave arguably the most talented quarterback of all time to go play with Tua. It's a crazy career choice. But I respect any man. If he the highest paid non-quarterback of all time. If that's what you want, I mean, if that's his prerogative, that's cool. I think his career is over though.
I think that's what we all want though, right? I mean,
his career is over. He's 20 years old.
I don't think Tyreek Hill is like. I don't think he's going to be on a team that doesn't make the playoffs for the next 10 years. Like I don't. I think he becomes.
But you can and they can get a new quarterback.
And 7 seed.
You just gotta get a 7 seed. Stuck the Tua forever. They can get a new quarterback. They can trade for a new quarterback. They can pick up a new quarterback and draft a new quarterback.
I bet money Miami gonna make the playoffs for the next 10 years. It's Miami.
That's a silly bet. That's a silly bet.
They're not making the playoffs.
They just made the playoffs like a couple years ago. You wildin'. They literally almost just made the playoffs.
There was only a couple games out this year.
Whereas for some no-name coach, it's like
that's the problem.
But
they last 2 seasons been winning seasons too.
The owner betting on games, like it's Miami. The organization is just not structured to be successful. That's in my opinion. It's just not structured to be successful. And Tyreek Hill literally just feasts them for the money. He gets to go home and do his thing. Like it's gonna be a thing, bro. I'm mad.
I mean, it's about what you want. What's your passion? Like we see Tyreek was more out than money than the rings. Like money was more important. I think they said that he would have stayed in Kansas City if he was gonna get offered less than Devontae Adams did. So Devontae Adams was that marker for him. For him to leave, he had to get more money than him. And Kansas City, unfortunately, didn't have enough due to the cap, and they couldn't pay him. But I don't like the move. You got two of the same players and an untalented quarterback. So, like, you got paid, but like Bach said, I mean, it's potentially you're going to lose a lot of games. So, at the end of the day, what's more important? Success as a player with rings or just making money? You got enough money. What more money do you need?
Don't ever tell somebody got enough money.
I'm saying,
I don't like when y'all do that.
That's the craziest thing you ever said.
I'm not saying it like that.
Because you don't do that, Mills. You don't do that to your own life. So why would you do that to
your own job? If you get a raise to go to Saskatchewan, what you gonna do?
You say one bad word, everything is go. Like, I'm not saying it like that.
You just said
it. I know what you said, Mills.
That's crazy to say.
What
I'm saying is he has a good amount of money. If you manage the money properly. All right, bro. You got it.
Finish.
No, y'all got it. Y'all got it.
No, finish your point.
Y'all got it, bro. Y'all got it. Shout out to Tyreek. Get that back. Y'all got it, bro.
Okay. I think it's crazy when we be talking like that. Like, yo, like if y'all don't do that in your own life, then don't talk about this man life because he got this amount of money. Right?
I wasn't saying it like that.
How were you? We're asking you. So how were you saying it?
And let's let him say it. You got it, Mills. You got it.
I'm just saying that, like, at the end of the day, you rich, bro. You already rich.
I know what you're saying. The same thing.
Yo, I'm tight.
No, I understand what he's saying. But it's not fair. No. I understand it. I just think it's wrong. Yes. Like, we don't do that even with our own lives. So, like, why are we attributing?
I get it, bro. I get it. I get it.
That's not fair.
I get it.
Because you're saying he has enough money, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's insane to say.
What does that say to somebody?
That's insane to say, bro.
What if somebody?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying, like, what are you chasing? What are you chasing? Like, what are you chasing right now?
Can they say that?
Like, at some point in time, when you made it to
more money,
Mills, time out.
But when you want to get into that argument of being the best receiver of all time, he is the best receiver.
He is one of the best receivers.
But doesn't the rings outweigh the money at the end of the day?
Mills, if you
that's the argument. People make with LeBron James, right?
Okay, Mills, if you and he has all the money in the world too. Yeah. But Mills, if you work hard to become the best at your craft at something, and you can be like, yo, I can get paid top dollar to do what I do. I'm gonna run routes and catch the ball regardless of where I'm at because I'm that good. If somebody's willing to pay me the most ever to do that, why would you say no? I'm gonna stay here just because.
Brady did it.
And why do we always do that to athletes? Nobody said to Shonda Rhimes when she got paid X amount of dollars to go to Netflix. Yeah. Oh my God, Netflix is not better than where you was
nobody
at.
Said it to Steve Jobs.
Yeah, it's just like
said Disney.
That actually happens.
Disney.
The bad company pays you more to poach you so you can do what you just did to make us better.
Brady did it.
It's not different.
We're talking about athletes that would be potentially known as the greatest of all time.
Oh my God, trust me.
Did it, bro.
Calvin Johnson is widely considered as a top 5 receiver all time. I don't know when he's done. Did he ever win a game in the playoffs? Did he ever?
Bro,
I'm asking you, man.
No, he didn't. T.O. don't got a ring.
Yeah, like, nigga, just
Randy Moss don't got a ring.
If you get your stats, we will consider
especially wide receiver. Especially wide receiver. Go get your money, bro. I'm sorry. Wide receiver
in a team sport fashion, like 11 players on offense, 11 players on defense. We understand the nuance. That's why we do laud the players who do win rings, like Jerry Rice, who've done so much. That's why he's untouchable.
But he got stats though too.
No,
he got stats.
My point is he's the GOAT and probably will be untouchable because he's done both of those things.
And I don't want to speak for Jerry Rice. I don't know how much money he got, but he probably trade 2 of those for $50 million. That's what I think.
Nah, I don't know about that.
What?
Oh shit. If you hear some of them old school players talking about, y'all get all the money in the world now. Shannon talk about it all the time. Shannon Sharp talk about it every day. He said, y'all get more money than I ever could have thought.
Jerry Rice would have gave one of those rings.
Shannon Sharp would have gave one of those rings for $100 million contract. I'm telling you,
some of that is inflation.
He talks about it all the time.
Some of that is inflation.
He talks about it all the time.
So, I mean, it's not.
But Shannon, but a lot of those
salary
old
cap
people
went
who
up.
Paved the way. A lot of those people who paved the way for all this money they making now, they would say, "I wish I would have made as much money as y'all."
Yeah, but like that's like somebody saying
they got replace ankles to replace knees.
Yeah, but they hypocrites though, because they also on the back end come and say that this generation don't love the game as much. So it's like it's just you can't have it both ways.
I think that's no. My
Yes,
point is, I think that they need to stop saying that because
Peyton Manning got the second most money ever. He loved the game.
True, but I think it's an ignorant statement to some degree because that's like saying, like our great grandfather saying, "Oh, I wish I got $15 an hour for minimum wage." Nigga, you pay $1 for gas, bro. Like, stop. Like, I mean, like, yeah, it's inflation, bro. Trust me. Like, it's not the same. It's not the same, Rat. It's not the same. Rat, gas is $5. If gas is 35 cents, that is a significant. That's a difference. I'm actually paying 10 times. Like my rent.
You can get 2 bags of chips, a Huggy, and a candy bar for
$1,200. If rent was $200 back then, that's clearly a difference, right? I mean, I'm just saying.
Rent crazy right now.
Yeah,
too.
we got. My point is, I get it. I get what they're saying, and it is valid. But then that's like.
But it's still the contracts don't add up. $120 million essentially guaranteed.
Can Tyreek Hill?
That's like
the guarantee.
Nobody was getting that money. Yeah, that's just like that. People wasn't giving that. People wasn't getting that, bro. It's just not getting that.
But they were
especially not
money,
a non-quarterback. Especially not a
non-quarterback.
non-quarterback, bro. You just not getting that money.
The salary
right?
cap
just
wasn't that, right? They couldn't have got that money. The money wasn't there.
To see somebody be able to get it and say, "Yo, you got enough," that's nuts.
Yeah, I agree with that statement. But the money wasn't there, so how you can't get something that's not there?
I know what I get it. Like I think the question is, what is his motivation to play? And I'm not saying
to be the best.
No, listen. I'm not saying he should take less money. What I'm saying though is, if he could have took $2 million less to stay on the Chiefs and be a winner, I think that's a fair thing to say as a fan. Like, yo, you could have took $2 million less and been on a perennial championship team and been successful. Now, if the money is $20 million apart, yeah, it's a no-brainer. Take the $20 million. But if it's $2 million to $1 million,
and Miami too, no taxes. It's a lot of difference.
$2 million is a lot of money.
It is Pat Mahomes, but he just saw Pat Mahomes lose his mind. Pat Mahomes just lost him a game.
Man.
Pat Mahomes just lost him a game. Pat Mahomes lost the game against the Bengals. He actually lost it.
That messing me with that. Yeah. I can see if he wasn't playing fast football no more. He's still playing football. I mean, we just different. Philosophy. Yeah, but I mean, I think the trade is fine. I think that the Dolphins are good. I think even if Tua's not the guy, they can get another guy. It's the Miami Dolphins. They got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. They got I think they're gonna run a Shanahan offense. They should be fine. And if Tua's not the guy, it's gonna be a sexy place for somebody to go. So if he's not the guy, you still got a place for somebody to sign a free agent or draft a guy. So I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that. And you living in Miami, bro. Like, I mean, what are we talking about? In Kansas City to Miami? What are we talking about?
I ain't mad, bro. Get your money. I'm just saying he probably never compete for a championship. That's the only thing I'm saying.
That's a lot on Tyreek Hill, y'all.
All right, NFL. I guess. Do y'all think Stephon Diggs gonna get traded next? I guess we can talk there. Do y'all think? Because like the question, like he gonna want that some type of money. Do y'all think he's gonna be traded next? Because Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, I guess is right in that is that next one. If we talk about,
he deserve it too.
I don't think so. From listening to Bean, they've been negotiating for a while to make sure Diggs, is set when it's time to pay him, and I think they're gonna get it done. I think we at that point in our team success that you can't break that team apart. You got to try and hold those pieces together. So you got to do whatever.
You could have said the same thing about the Chiefs.
Yeah, but they already got a ring. We don't got nothing.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? We still striving to get one. And you can see we're improving year after year. So you don't want to take no steps backwards. So I think they're going to get it done. He's going to do whatever he got to do to get it done. And I think the players will take sacrifices to get that done too, as you've been seeing they've been doing already.
It depends on the number. It really just depends on the number. Like I think they get it done depending on the number, but no, Miami's in a unique position to give him that money because they still got a quarterback on a rookie contract. They're really not paying nobody. Buffalo they paying Josh. Like if the number got to be right, and if the number ain't right, you can't upset your cap that much for a wide receiver. I'm sorry, it's just that's a lot to do for a receiver. So if the number right, yeah. But if he want too much, I think it's a possibility he gets traded. Yeah.
But I think Diggs, I don't know Diggs personally, obviously, but I think he's one of those players that would prefer a ring over, that $2 million difference.
I disagree. You know why I disagree? Because when he's in Minnesota, Minnesota was a better team than Buffalo when he got traded. You would say that. I mean, Buffalo.
Yeah, but his production went down because Thielen became the number one over there.
I hear you. So it's not. So he's not motivated by the ring. He can't just be motivated by the ring because why would you not stay on a better team? Minnesota was clearly the better team because nobody knew Josh Allen was about to be this. At that time, Kirk Cousins was the better quarterback than Josh Allen. He said, I want to get traded because I want to be the number one guy and probably wanted to get paid. He wanted to get paid more and wanted to be get more receptions, more stuff. So other things is driving. I'm sure they would if I'm saying other things is driving Diggs than just being a ring guy, me personally. So now it might be money now. Now he got to a place he want to get. He get all the targets. Now it's like, I want to get paid, compensated is where I'm at now. And I think based on his tweets and how his brother tweeting about he'll love to see him in Dallas, I think that's another motivation. I think rings is not just a motivating factor as much as you think it is, Mills. I know that's what, the people want people to think. That's what people want people to think because we fans and stuff like that. But I'm sorry, people need that hard. But it's no way you working in and out. You getting up doing 2 a days, heavy lifting, training, all this stuff just to get a ring, bro. I hear you, but you want to get paid and compensated well for doing all this work you putting in. Like I don't see how that's not a number one motivating factor for people, and I think that's a motivating factor for you. That's why you get up and go to work every day. I think you got to see them going to work every day like you go to work every day. That's how I see it.
I get it. I get it, but at the end of the day, I think some players still, want that hardware at the end of the day. I mean, the hardware hold weight.
I don't deny that, but I don't think it's like enough to you could just not, I don't know.
They are working. Rad is right.
Josh Allen still got $150 million guaranteed. He didn't take people talk about pay cut. He got the second most money in the NFL at the time ever, and we think that's a guy who went the hardware. He still took 150.
Yeah, but Josh also said if it comes down to it, he'll make the sacrifice to make sure they stay here too.
He didn't do it.
He already got the 150 guaranteed.
I'm just saying what the man said, man.
They're liars. That's what people do. Professional athletes lie to us all the time.
I think that the big issue is we all want people to be Tom Brady, and nobody's ever going to do that. Just permanently taking pay cuts so everybody should get paid to win. Nobody's ever going to do that.
We want people to do stuff we ain't going to do. That'd be my issue. You're not going to do that. So stop telling somebody else to do it.
I'm saying
because your job come to you and say, "Yo, we about to shut down."
Oh, we gonna
take a 10%,
what you gonna
20% pay cut.
What are you gonna say, Mills?
Well, if I love my job enough, I would take a cut to keep my job running. I absolutely would.
What job
right now
do you love enough?
So right now today,
I love them.
Right now today,
I can't stand the post office.
Would you take the 20? Would you take a 26% pay cut
for the post office? No.
Name the job.
I'm going to Amazon.
Name the job. Amazon. Would you do it for Amazon?
It doesn't. I don't know what job I would do it for because I'm not in that position for that job
you
yet.
Shouldn't do it for any job.
Nah, I disagree.
You worked more than any job saying, you know what I mean? Like you got to be like, yo, I'm worth it. I'm putting in this work. I'm worth my number.
You would.
This is my number.
You didn't do.
What about that thing when people say your passion for your job and your love for your job should outweigh how much you get paid? You shouldn't do it for the money. You should do it for the passion. You should do it for the love. That is not true anymore.
No, I'm not denying. Yes, that can remain true, but also if they still come to me and say 20%, I'm saying no.
Yes, that's yes.
20% is a lot.
But it is
you don't have to be a fool.
But it is a bar where you getting disrespected, thinking somebody not gonna pay you your money. Like, what are you talking about? This passion and purpose and stuff is cool. What you're saying, that's all fairy tales and stuff, not fairy tales.
But 20% is a lot. I mean, 5% is nothing. That's like $1.10, if that, an hour. Like that's nothing.
It depends what your motivation is.
Yes, it is something, Mills.
It's something to certain people. Certain people don't. If your motivating factor isn't to get the most money, you just love where you at. You might take a 5% pay cut.
But
that's your motivation. That's your motivation.
But the money, I think the monetary money thing is y'all putting too much on that. It's about respect, bro. Like if you come to me about a pay cut, what are you saying? Like, am I not worth what I'm getting? Am I not worth what I'm getting? Am I not worth even more than I'm getting? Why am I? But I can be in my mind thinking like I'm already getting paid too little for my worth. So you gonna come to me with a pay cut? What are we talking about?
That's your thought though. Like if I'm at a job that I truly love and they come at you for a pay cut and it don't matter and I say
your job right now.
That's me.
So that's not too hypothetical. Your job right now. Would you say 20% for pay cut?
I've made way less on my job. I've got a raise about I don't care. Yes, I don't care.
You would take a 20% pay cut right now.
I'm not going to be there much longer. So yes, I'm going to take a 20% pay cut right now because I'm not going to be there much longer. Being honest with you, I'm not. So yeah, I wouldn't care that much.
20% is a lot. So I can't. You can't say that.
Nobody's coming with a 20% pay cut though. Like that's a lot of money. Like,
yes, that's what it be. It be that money.
Tyreek Hill should take $22 million. What do you think $2 million to Tyreek Hill was? You said $2 million. He should take
$2 million to Tyreek Hill. It's not 20%.
What is it?
What? We must have
$2 million less, bro. That's a big
instead of 140.
Bro.
38 instead of 140.
$2 million is a lot of money, though. I will say that. Have y'all ever had $2 million?
I'm not.
No, but they have, bro.
I think
I'm not arguing that's a lot of money. I'm saying that if he takes $2 million less to win, I'm not gonna look at him different.
Okay, I'm not gonna look at him different either. That's his prerogative. But if he takes $2 million more, I'm not gonna look at him different either. I think Mills. The issue is this is the issue. Like
y'all are looking at him different because he went to Miami and took more money. Y'all looking at him different.
This is the issue. He has expenses, y'all. Y'all be making it seem like they don't. Their expenses are higher than ours. So it's like when y'all. Not granted, he does have more money than us. Obviously, it's significantly more. But if they're living a certain lifestyle, then in theory, you realize that millionaires can still live paycheck to paycheck.
Yes.
So I mean, yeah. So if a millionaire can still live paycheck to paycheck, like it's like I don't know how he spends his money. I'm not gonna speculate, but my point is that they
guaranteed it. Yeah, wow.
We always go for this. Oh my God, they got money. So what? They got money, dude. So what?
Yeah, I'm missing. I'm not arguing about Tyreek, the person taking the money.
Relative, y'all.
Tyreek, the person taking the money, is cool. He's a man. He do what he wants. My argument is the player. I can judge him as a player on the field. If I think he made a bad career decision on the field, I can say he made a bad career decision on the field.
But you brought money into it.
Tyreek Hill's a man. If he want to take $140 million, that's that man prerogative to do what he wants. But on the field, I think his career is shot now because he's not going to play for another quarterback that's as talented as Patrick Mahomes. That's my opinion on his on the field.
That's just
Matt Stafford is not as talented as Patrick Mahomes, but he still won a Super Bowl. So I mean,
we've seen a lot of bad quarterbacks give a lot of good receivers play.
Yeah, like I don't.
Who was Steve Smith Sr.'s quarterback?
Yeah.
Nobody knows, but he probably a Hall of Famer.
Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. Yes or no?
Is Steve Smith Sr. a top 5 quarterback, wide receiver of all time?
No, he's not. No, but he's definitely like top 20.
Tyreek Hill has the potential to get the numbers and the accolades to be a top receiver of all time.
And let's see if he will. Let's see if you can get great stats with bad quarterbacks. It happens a little.
Yes, we see that all the time, bro. Who was Josh Gordon had the best season ever? Who was his quarterback that year?
Come on, don't bring up Josh Gordon, bro.
Why?
Josh Gordon. I mean, that's not.
Who was his quarterback that year?
Josh Gordon was not on the Tyreek Hill path.
But come on, yes, he was.
Josh Gordon.
Yes, he was.
Yes,
he was.
One good year. Tyreek is coming off 4 consecutive great years.
We're speaking about that year. That's the path. That is what
I'm talking about the path that Tyreek Hill was presently on.
Yes.
He was on a path to be a top wide receiver all time now. Not in theory, now.
He still is.
So if I'm saying I'm saying I don't believe he is.
Well,
that's my
let's wait and see.
I don't believe he is.
Let's wait and see.
You can be productive with bad quarterbacks. We've seen it.
Let's wait and see.
That's all I'm saying. We've seen it multiple times. We've seen it.
Let's wait and see.
Debo Samuel just had the best season he could ever have with Jimmy G as a quarterback. We can see it. People can do it, bro.
Yeah.
Let's relax.
All I'm arguing is
you can't.
I just don't think he'll be as productive.
I just named it the top 3 wide receivers of all time. 2 or 3 of them don't got rings. T.O., Randy Moss. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Facts.
It's only Jerry Rice. It's only Jerry Rice. Name another one.
That's a legit fact.
Name another one. Name another one.
But I don't like those arguments when you go back 20 years and you compare them to people because the game is different. The skill level is different.
Can we talk about basketball?
Like the whole argument with LeBron James and Kobe Bryant.
Thank you, Mills.
Out of your mind right now.
The whole game is different, bro.
Yes, it is different, but that's what we do. If you're talking about rings, you can only compare past rings to rings now, Mills.
All I'm saying is I disagree with the fact that he's going to be productive. That's my opinion.
I'm
not saying I'm 100% right. I just don't think he's going to be productive.
I hear you.
All right, y'all got it.
He can go out and be the best receiver in Miami all-time history.
Okay, this is the last NFL thing. This is kind of big. NFL mandates every team to hire a minority offensive coach for the 2022 season. How y'all feel about that? Every coach has to hire black, brown, or woman on an offensive assistant this year.
All they're gonna do is hire a bunch of white women, bro.
I think that black people, we gotta start fighting for us to be pulled out of this minority ring, and so we can just be considered as black. Like I'm sick of it. I know I am, because they're clumping everything in. And this is no disrespect to these other minority groups.
You could hire like a
or gay person.
If you gay,
yes, you're a minority. Yes, LGBTQ
wow.
is considered a minority. So I'm just saying, like, which is whatever. You can literally hire a white, openly gay coach or woman or gay man, and that is considered, like, that's not the letter of the law of what we're talking about. I'm not saying that you can't do that or you should do that. That's fine. Have at it. But I think black people need to differentiate themselves from other minority groups, and not as in a disrespectful way. It's just we need to separate ourselves. Hire a black person. Period.
Our causes are always hijacked by that stuff. Like, we bring it like, we always, bruh, a team can just hire a white woman and be like, we hit it. She's a minority. She's on the staff.
That's not what we have been fighting for. And no disrespect to white women.
What's the argument? What's the argument that the league can make?
There's no
not
argument.
wrong. We meant hire a black person.
But that's why they did that. That's why they're doing this. It's a plot and ploy. Like, we're not stupid. Come on,
so this is not what we wanted. This is not the answer.
No. I mean, no. Not say it's not what we wanted. It's fine. But I'm saying what I want also additionally is to separate black people from this. Say in 2022, you got to hire, for every defensive coach, it needs to be a black defensive coach.
Black. Put black in.
Black, period. African
American.
American.
I want black ownership.
Black man.
Or
black woman.
Or black woman. Listen, if black women want to coach, they can coach too. I'm not gonna hold no punches no more.
All right. What's your thoughts, Mills? You think it's good or bad?
I kind of agree with everybody was saying, man. They just trying to put things in place to try to appease the people out there, but it's not making a big of a change. It's not making no noise, bro. It's just something small that they think is big in their eyes, but it doesn't make that big of an effect. It doesn't change anything. So until a real change happens, who cares?
I mean, I guess it is an opportunity for all the black quarterbacks who couldn't make it to get a job, because they probably gonna hire one of them, like those type of.
But they got to interview. They got to interview. So I mean, you got to interview. But I mean, again, it's ways to get around it. You're absolutely right. White women will be hired. That's just facts.
A bunch. There's only a bunch of them. Right?
It's like, what are we doing, man? It's okay. Inclusivity doesn't always have to be the case, y'all. When we don't even talk about gender. Oh, I'm not even gonna get into this. Let's move on. They gonna hire non-binary dude, non-binary white man. Literally, that's what happened. A non-binary white dude that doesn't consider himself
a minority.
Yeah, bro. Like, Brad, move on.
All right, move on to the NBA. The Lakers might be miss the playoffs. What y'all want to talk? Lakers might miss the playoffs. I guess Jokic is the number one as far as the straw MVP vote. I don't know what that is.
64
Jokic
out of 100,
yeah, Jokic is current number one as the straw MVP vote. Lakers probably gonna miss the playoffs. Nobody know who gonna win the NBA championship. What y'all thoughts?
If Jokic
7-8 games left in the season.
If Jokic win the MVP, I never want to hear anybody says anything about Russell Westbrook winning MVP, about his record at least. So we could just defeat that argument moving forward.
No, that was my argument. I'm still had an argument for Jokic too. So.
Oh, okay. So all right, fam. Just as long as you be consistent, I just want that.
Oh yeah, I'm super consistent. My consistent. I don't think if Jokic remained the 6th seed, which is probably is, he should not win MVP. That's just nuts. He a game away from being in the play-in. So I just think that's insane. I think Giannis, I think Embiid, Giannis, Embiid, and even Luka have a better case. Luka got a better record than the Denver Nuggets.
He didn't play
even
Luka.
Luka don't have a case.
What? Two what? He missed like 5 games.
He missed 18 games, right?
Luka Doncic?
Yes, he missed 18 games, bro. Like that guy. That
missed a good amount. It's definitely double digits.
I'm not making this number up.
18 games.
Okay, you can say that, but I'm just
telling
you.
I just don't remember that.
You can say that.
Yeah,
I don't know what y'all talking about.
No, I watch basketball.
He missed Luka 1,000% missed 18 games. So like,
oh my God. So what?
I don't know if the number 18, but he did miss a lot of games.
No, he missed 18 games, y'all. That is a fact.
So what?
No, his argument is gone.
Oh my God! Like we can't. Like,
that's it. It's simply just because. Okay, I don't care.
But no,
they're 6th seed, bro.
Missing 18 games is a lot of games. Do we agree on that? That's why.
Yeah.
What's his name from Memphis? John Morant. It's like he missed like 20.
But John, he hurt right now. He hurt right now. So he's
no. I'm not saying
MVP.
Himself. I'm not saying even just MVP.
But if you play 60 something games, bro, that's when you can win MVP, bro. What we talking about?
Jokic's argument is not just based on him how many games playing. It's his production. Yeah. He got all the advanced statistics. It's the team he's playing that he has around him.
They're
his best two players have been hurt all year. He just has a strong argument.
He does have a strong case.
His record the same as Philly. His record's the same as Philly. It's like
why Giannis? So what's the argument against Giannis?
Nothing.
It's voter fatigue. You see that happen all the time.
Voter fatigue. See stupid stuff like that. If that's your argument, that's stupid as hell.
Yeah,
it's stupid.
That's stupid. So I'm gonna scream and say that's stupid.
Okay.
Voter fatigue. Jokic just won it last year. He just won it last year.
Giannis won back-to-back too. Like,
I don't understand what you mean, man.
Jokic just won it last year, bro.
Yes.
What are y'all talking about?
So how
can it be voter fatigue?
More than win 2 MVPs in a row was LeBron.
You've never heard of voter fatigue?
Like voter fatigue's a real
corny,
thing.
Bro.
That's
so corny. That's cornball stuff, bro.
We never said it wasn't cornball stuff. You just asked the question.
I'm the one who's saying it's cornball. I'm standing up and saying it's cornball.
Okay.
Y'all saying it's okay, it's fine.
No, I didn't say it was okay. You asked the question, he answered it.
I'm not saying it's cornball.
You said
so why? About it's corny. That's corny.
Okay, then they corny then.
He's 16. He ought to be 16.
Brad, we don't have a vote.
It might be 7 seed. It might end up 7 seed in the playing game.
But he also could get to the 4 seed. He also could get to the 4 seed if they.
Well, let's see him do that. Let's see him do that.
Okay, but Rad, that's my argument. When you talk about let's see him do it, that's the whole point of playing all the games, or at least playing a.
Yeah, but right now he's currently 6.
I know.
Right now he's currently 6, and he's right now leading in the clubhouse.
But Rad, would you say that? Okay, if Luka. Okay, this is my point. If Luka Doncic played 20 games and missed the last 18 or 22 games, how would you feel about that?
Say it again.
If Luka Doncic or if Giannis, say, played 60 games, right, and missed the last however many games, how would you feel about that?
What's the context? Was they the 1 seed in the East?
One seed in the East. They were
dominant when he was playing.
Player, should he win MVP?
Yes.
From that point.
Missing 20 games?
Like, you said 18 games.
Or 18 games. Yeah, if he missed the last
whatever
18 games.
Whatever is the number that you need to play. If it's like, yo, if you miss too many games, if it's a number that we say like this is too many games you missed.
There is an arbitrary number, but it's a very low number. I think it's an arbitrary. But it's really not. Number. It's not even an arbitrary. It's to the person. It's to the voters.
It's the voters.
Yeah, I mean, granted,
I gotta see it.
If you only play 20 games, obviously, I don't think they'll put you.
I gotta see it. I gotta see how many games each people. But Giannis is number 2 in PER. He got as many points, assists, rebounds. He probably the defensive player of the year. Milwaukee's the 2 seed or something like that.
You gotta let the season play out. I don't. You gotta let the season play out because the Jokic gets to a season.
They just they pick favorites. They just want to give it to. They just want to give it to Jokic.
No, because Embiid.
That's simple, bro.
That's
cornball.
Are you saying Jokic is not worthy of being in MVP consideration?
If Jokic just caught him,
he could be in a consideration. He could be in a consideration, but
they get the 4
he should not win it.
If they get the 4 seed, should he get it?
I need you to be a 4th seed or higher.
Okay, so we was wait and see.
MVP.
So wait and see.
Almost Thursday. I need you to be a 4th seed or higher. You cannot be.
It's a wait and see then.
It's only 8 people that make the playoffs. You 6 seed. You the MVP.
Embiid was the leader in the MVP poll in the house for a while. Jokic just caught him. He just caught him. Like, it's not like Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis is the 3 that's up. We got to see how the season play out to see who wins. If Jokic get a 4 seed, he did it with far less talent than the other 2. So he gets a bump in a vote. Like
but right now, he will win today. He is 6 seed today. That's what I'm arguing.
Well, I don't know. They got to vote.
The straw poll is it? But
that's the vote. The straw poll is the vote.
Nah, Bill Simmons, Ryan Russillo, they didn't vote.
They don't poll voters though. They're not polling voters.
Zach Lowe.
They just asking NBA executives.
What is all those people saying?
Who? Zach Lowe?
All the people.
Well, Bill Simmons said
he's not voting for Jokic
if he's 7 seed. Yeah, he said he can't do it.
But that's insane. Because that's insane.
No, we know that.
It's literally insane.
That's what he said. Yeah, he said it's crazy.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
All right.
But he did also say he does recognize that, but that Jokic is top in every category. Like, it's a fact. It's not a secret.
Yeah, that's like Tom Brady. Tom Brady should have won the MVP last year for the
LeBron James should win the MVP all the time.
But that's not. No, he did not.
I know.
Huh?
People feel like Tom Brady should have won MVP.
But he didn't because they know better.
But I think it's contextually in that year we do got to be clear. Like some of those years that other players did have better seasons. It's facts.
I think if
Westbrook shouldn't have won it. And Jokic definitely shouldn't have won it. Jokic got a better,
10, bro. Like,
Jokic got a better case to me.
No.
Westbrook shouldn't have won it.
He was a fifth seed. He was a fifth seed, right?
Based on what?
He was 6.
Was he?
Based on what?
He was 6 seed, bro.
He averaged 30, 10, and 10.
I don't care. I do not care about that.
I don't know, but nobody.
I honestly don't care about that. Nobody should care about it because he did that the next 3 seasons.
Yes, and he should have won it every year.
Didn't get a vote, and then he get a vote.
He should have won every year.
He's crazy, bro. You're lying to yourself. Why did he get a vote every year? Why did he get a vote every year after that?
This is the only thing I said. As a Westbrook
voter fatigue. Voter fatigue.
Because he did something historically that we thought would never be done before.
Like, thank you. I don't understand why you do that.
Precedent.
No, it's not. That is
yes, it
30,
is.
10, and 10 is not a bad precedent. Like,
Kobe should have won it. He put 81 in the game. Why Kobe win a year?
Yes, nigga, he should have won. He had 35 in a year.
They were 8 seeds, bro.
He was 6. That was crazy.
They was 8th. They played Phoenix 1. They was 8th. He shouldn't have won it. He was 8th seed. I'm sorry.
Make that argument, though. Kobe fans make the argument that Kobe should have won.
But he did not win it. But he didn't. So don't give it to Westbrook because he averaged 30, 10, and 10. So what? He was not. They were not a good team.
They were a good team.
No, that was terrible. They weren't a good team. They were terrible. They probably got swept. They probably got swept that series.
That's why he didn't get voted because they lost in the playoffs. But just because you use it in the playoffs, it's not a playoff award.
Voter fatigue. Voter fatigue. He did it the next 3 seasons.
MVP is not a playoff award. It's a regular season award. Russell Westbrook had the best regular season.
He averaged a triple-double the next 3 seasons after that, and he'd get him 1 vote. Voter fatigue.
But that's a bad argument.
Because they had to give it to James Harden because James Harden had the similar stats.
But arguing that he averaged a triple-double the next season,
he did have 29,
because people
99,
average comparable numbers to themselves after years and people don't get votes. LeBron had great years,
28, 77,
and didn't get votes. People don't get votes. It don't matter.
No.
LeBron numbers never diminished.
No. That's a one-off. LeBron won multiple rings back to back. Did he not? Steve Nash did it. Did he not? So we see.
That was the worst MVP.
He did it back to back.
That was the worst MVP.
So we're talking about precedent. If you did something historic, time out. We talk about somebody did something historic because Russell Westbrook did something historic. He did it again, another historic year, and they did not one vote for MVP. Why? Because they knew the errors of their ways and they didn't give it to them.
He already did it.
That's why.
That's not true. But that's not true.
It wasn't historic because he did it again.
Bro, that's the biggest regret people got of all time is giving Russell Westbrook that.
That's your biggest regret.
That's not mine. He definitely should be.
Go ask all the voters.
In fact,
go ask Bill Simmons. Ask Bill Simmons right now what he voted for Westbrook.
He hated it, but he's stupid. He's an idiot.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
Ask Bill Simmons right now.
He didn't vote for him. He did not vote for him.
Oh, because he know better. Thank you.
No, because he's stupid.
He know better.
Listen,
he voted for Harden, right?
We cannot. We cannot talk about NBA history without talking about Russell Westbrook. That's a fact.
That's fine. He don't need the MVP. So what?
Your argument just fell on his face because you said go ask a voter, Bill Simmons, who didn't vote for him, and Russell Westbrook still won. Yes. So it don't matter. Like
everybody else thought that he should have won.
How did that fall on my face?
Because clearly you talk about one voter as opposed to all the other voters who voted for Russell Westbrook.
I just threw out a random name. I don't care, but I'm saying that he shouldn't have won it.
That's your opinion.
The argument that you're making that he averaged triple doubles after the season is a bad argument.
This is
a
why
lot of people who win MVPs average comparable numbers the following season,
such as Giannis.
I'm gonna leave it here. This is my last argument. I'm gonna leave it because we on a 10. We keep going. One thing reason why he won the MVP is because of the triple double. That's all y'all say. Nobody say nothing else. He averaged 30, 10, and 10. So I said he did it again. He literally did it the next year.
10 and 10 is is that not like?
But then when y'all say that, I say, well, he did it again.
Yes.
Then he did it again and again.
Okay, but the argument,
he did not get out one MVP vote.
If you do it 2 in a row.
Yes, the argument still remains with every other player. LeBron James is averaging a crazy number right now. Why is he not?
So you telling me it's not history for somebody to do average a triple double 2 years in a row? That's not history.
If I break history in the next season, so I average something close to that. I already broke.
No, he did it again. So he broke history again. To average a triple double 2 years in a row is history.
And again, yes.
Is that not history, Box?
Yes.
That's history.
Yes.
He did it again.
But that doesn't mean you have to win MVP over and over again.
Because it's not history on the same context as doing it the first time.
Yes.
It is.
No, it's not. It's the second time, right? That doesn't make sense.
He's the first player to average a triple double 2 years in a row.
That's a fact.
That is history.
That is history.
Yes.
What
are you talking about?
But what does that have to do with what you're talking about?
It's not weighed the same because you don't weigh that the same, bro. That's just you don't weigh somebody breaking.
That doesn't make sense.
You don't make sense.
Y'all not making sense.
You don't make sense.
Shout out to Russell Westbrook, y'all. Like, shout out to
Bro, if Patrick Mahomes threw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns, he would have won MVP again. Book it. You know he would have. Yes, yeah, y'all looking stupid. Yes, he would have.
I don't know if he
would have. Would he have not?
Who knows?
All right, we can move on. Y'all lying to yourself. Y'all lying to yourself. If Patrick Mahomes threw for 5,050 again, he would have got a back-to-back MVP. Give me a buck. Say he wouldn't have.
It's possible he would have.
Yes, he would have. He would have did that. Come on, guys.
But wait, it also depends on what other quarterbacks type of season they have.
It does.
That matters.
Clearly.
James Harden averaged like 35 the next year.
That's why he won. Like, I don't know why.
No, he didn't. James Harden averaged. No, he didn't.
How many points did James Harden average the year he won?
That wasn't a 35 year.
He did the same thing at Russell Westbrook. He just, I think, had one less of everything. That's why.
Yes. My point. So it don't matter. It's move on. We can move on. We can move on. I think that's it. I don't know. Y'all got anything more sports?
Nah, you just
shout out to New York for finally coming to their senses and letting people play. That like
Kyrie. Yeah, Kyrie can play home games.
But you know why?
Zion is.
Zion what?
About to play. That's why
he's traveling. He's traveling with them. So
is he playing?
That's
Paul George is playing now too.
I guess they made news because he actually traveling with the team. So I guess they think he might play.
Doing your job, it's crazy. Doing your job mean a lot now. I guess like doing your job. Yeah.
He's not playing. It's over. He's not playing.
All right. I did enough screaming tonight. Good show, y'all guys.
All right.